If you'd like to hear any lore in particular, make sure you're in the Discord. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I will ask a question. First person to get the question right gets to choose the lore for the week, and this week's lore is Herbert daring Dashwood. Now, this is one that I thought we had done before. Apparently we hadn't, so I was very excited to not only talk about Fallout 3 lore, but talk about a character who's just fun, a retired adventurer who now lives in Tenpenny Tower in the Capital Wasteland in 2277. Now, Herbert Daring Dashwood is born in 2207, making him 70 in the game. He sometime in between when he's born and the year 2240, he was an adventurer that always dreamed of buying his way into Tenpenny Tower. And in 2241, he meets his stalwart ghoul manservant Argyle. Dashwood originally stole Argyle's girlfriend, and later, after the misunderstanding, they became close friends. Imagine just walking in on your girlfriend getting plowed by somebody else. You're like, hey, stop it. You want to play Boggle? Like, the adventurers duo visited most of the wasteland. By 2248, King Crag told Dashwood and Argyle to use Rockopolis as refuge. After an event, I believe the wiki puts it as an incident, an event with the king's daughter, he was exiled from Rockopolis. I love this. They would frequent the Blue Destiny brothel, or as Dash would refer to it as, the best whorehouse in the Capital Wasteland. The best whorehouse in the Capital Wasteland. It's like written just like that on the wiki. Like, not verbatim, but like almost exactly like how I wrote it. I get all of my lore from fallout.fandom.com. When I write my notes, I don't want to write exactly what's on the wiki. I tried to rewrite it like in my own kind of quick note version thing. But I just couldn't get over best whorehouse in the Capital Wasteland. He may have had more than just a professional relationship with the madam of the whorehouse, of the brothel, Madam Destiny Chow. The business shut down, the Blue Destiny brothel shut down in 2249 because most of the occupants there died of cholera. You know, I didn't look into cholera beforehand, and I feel like I should have, because when I hear cholera, I think of it as a, what's it called? An Oregon Trail disease? Let's see if I can find there it is. What is cholera? Show me cholera. An infectious and often fatal bacterial disease of the small intestine, typically contracted from infected water supplies and causing severe vomiting and diarrhea. Severe vomiting and diarrhea. At the brothel. Cool. Now, this next part is one of those things that I want to read directly from the wiki. It's the actual title of the paragraph is The Pair's Last Adventure. Now, according to the Galaxy News radio drama, Argyle and Dashwood's final adventure together started when he and Dashwood were captured by Paradise Falls slavers. Managing to escape their slave collars, Dashwood insisted on trying to rescue the mysterious woman who was locked in the box. They subdued the guard and unlocked the Pulowski Preservation Shelter to find that it was empty. Another guard found them and at gunpoint demanded they surrender, only for the mysterious woman to appear behind them with a metal object. She hit the guard from behind and introduced herself as Penelope Chase, fortune hunter, claiming that she freed herself when she noticed the predicament. Argyle was hesitant to trust her, but Dashwood was enthralled, and after a brief introduction, the duo made their escape. After dispatching the last of the slavers that were chasing them, they continued forward while conversing further. In the process of questioning Miss Chase, they were again held up, this time by super mutants. While the other two were being defiant, Argyle snuck around the mutants and placed a live grenade on their person. After the trio took cover and the literal smoke cleared, Argyle fondly reminisced on his times with the Shady Sand Shuffle and asked about the other two's well-being. Miss Chase was impressed with Argyle's skill, and Dashwood commented on how he did not know how he got by without Argyle. Argyle reminded him that he did not get by, with Dashwood immediately trying to change the subject. They then headed to the sound of a child screaming in the nearby ruins, rushing off to investigate the commotion. Real quick, while I'm here, I want to just check out the Shady Sand Shuffle and see if it shows up anywhere else. It doesn't show up. It shows up in the other games on the wiki as planting items, because you can pickpocket someone and put some shit on them. Okay, I just wanted to see if maybe it was referred to that in another game. It's not. It's a cute little reference to the original games, and alliteration makes me smile. Sometime later, while the trio were being chased by super mutants, Miss Chase noticed that they were near the hills where the hidden village of Rockopolis was located. When she lamented not knowing where it was, Dashwood immediately cut her off, and in an attempt to impress her, started bragging about how he and Argyle were old friends of the settlement, further revealing that they knew the secret knock and more. Argyle showed his displeasure in so rapidly trusting the woman with such privileged information. Dashwood cut off Argyle, assuming that Miss Chase would not violate the secrets of Rockopolis, and furthermore, they needed a place to hide from the said mutants. Moving through the boulder entrance with the secret knock, they entered Rockopolis, after which Argyle interrupted a flirtatious Dashwood and Miss Chase. Argyle again pointed out that they were in Rockopolis, one of the safest places in the wasteland, and they had just given the secret to a stranger. Dashwood attempted to dissuade his companion's outburst to Miss Chase, only for her to reveal herself, pulling a gun on the pair. She claimed that her slaver associates would be right behind them, and they realized who she was. Not Penelope Chase, fortune hunter, but instead the Black Widow, leader of the slavers. She boasted about how the slavers could never have found the denizens of Rockopolis without Argyle and Dashwood, and she was demanding no trouble from Argyle. He used his kung fu skills and used a move called Eagle Claw to rip her heart out, killing her instantly. It's been a while since I've heard these. While Argyle made a pun and Dashwood congratulated him, King Crag arrived on the scene. Crag, I hope it's not Craig. There's an I in Craig. This is C-R-A-G. Crag was both disappointed in seeing Dashwood and shocked at the dead woman in front of them. When Dashwood informed him of the impending slaver attack, Crag became so furious that he ordered his people to kill the duo. They immediately took off running into the cave system and came to a cliff. Dashwood went first and almost fell, barely clinging on as Argyle rushed to help. How it ended is unclear, as Argyle's corpse lays near the entrance to Rockopolis in 2277. There's also a bobblehead there. I'm not sure which one, but I know it's there. The village was taken by the slavers, who captured as many of them as they could and sold them north to the pit. With Penelope Chase dead, Harmon Jurley would take over as the leader of the slavers for the next couple of years. Huh. Oh, Grouse is his son. Look at that. All right, just real quick. Here's like a thing on Harmon Jurley, Jurley, because we're not going to talk about this ever again because it's a paragraph long. He was a psychotic leader of Paradise Falls in around 2250. He was a cannibal who ate any slave he couldn't sell. Oh my God. He was preceded by Penelope Chase, whose last act was enslaving the once hidden village of Rockopolis. He was the leader of Paradise Falls until Eulogy Jones killed him and took power. And Grouse, the man who is the slaver out front, is his son. Good shit. Cool. Back to Dashwood. Dashwood last saw Argyle in Rockopolis decades prior to 2277, and has never lost hope of finding him again, believing that Argyle would outlive him by at least 100 years. This, however, would not be true, as he died there on their last adventure together. Now back to my notes. Years of adventuring let him grow enough of a fortune to buy his way into Tenpenny. He's friendly, he's a down-to-earth fella who's always happy to talk about the good old days. He likes to sneak into other people's rooms as a prank and to keep his adventuring skills sharp, just in case he needs to leave retirement. The legacy of Herbert Daring Dashwood and Argyle live on in the Three Dog produced The Adventures of Herbert Daring Dashwood and His Ghoul Manservant Argyle, a radio play on Galaxy News Radio, which I've pretty much just surmised in the paragraph that I read prior. It's one of my favorite little things about 3 is that that's there, and it's one of those it doesn't have to be there. And I know we as a collective, a lot of people give Bethesda a lot of shit for not having an as intricate story where this person talks to this person who knows that person who can talk to this person about that. But this is one of those things that makes sense to me. And I'm tired of defending Fallout 3. I still do because it's my favorite game, but the world feels kind of smaller in 3 and I like that. And this is enough of the world building where it's not this guy talks to that guy who knows this guy who knows this guy's daughter who slept with that guy's son or some shit. But, other than that, I want to read the quest, Manhandled Manservant. Before I do that, I want to read some fun facts, some notes. I wrote it down. I believe I said it briefly, but I love the fact that Herbert Daring Dashwood is an honorary ghoul in Underworld. I think that's so cool that, just saying that implies so much of they saw him, they saw what he was doing for ghouls, with ghouls, and that he didn't see them as zombies. He didn't see them as a pejorative. He didn't see them as just oh, here's these monsters that you have to shoot in the head to make them go away. He saw them as people, and he was open-minded. He was a misogynist, but he was an open-minded misogynist. And I just think that's cool that he was we dub you an honorary ghoul. Or somebody said that to him. This I genuinely didn't know. He has recently taken a mistress, Tenpenny's own Susan Lancaster, and can be heard teasing her about their shared stealthy hunts. It's likely that he was to get a large suite in Tenpenny Tower. In the game files, there's an unused cell called the Dashwood Suite. This is something that I absolutely love, and it's the most Fallout 3 glitch that I've ever heard of. If it's even a glitch. In the Italian and Spanish versions of Fallout 3, the Adventures of Daring Dashwood radio show is in French, presumably by mistake, since some lines are spoken in the proper language. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. And I love it. All right, so let's go on to the quest. Manhandled Manservant. It's really quick. I just want to read it. And I know it's one of those times that I know I'm not going to really have another chance to talk about this. So I'd like to talk about it quick. There will be a picture on screen of Argyle while he's alive. And you can bring NPCs back to life once they've died. And I guess that's what they did for the wiki here. So there will be a picture of Argyle. Argyle has not been seen since he separated from Daring Dashwood during their escape from Rockopolis. For the detailed walkthrough, it's 2 bullet points. Optional, the Lone Wanderer can talk to Herbert Dashwood at Tenpenny Tower, who will fill in the player character on some background and ask the player character to tell him if he finds any sign of Argyle. The second part, upon visiting Rockopolis and finding Argyle's corpse, the player character may return the news to Herbert Daring Dashwood for a reward. This can be accomplished without previously speaking to him about Argyle. Dashwood's sad to hear of Argyle's demise. He always thought that he would outlast him. He then tells the player character of his days of adventuring are over, and he wants to give the player character the keys to his safe. Inside the safe are bottle caps, mentats, a mini nuke, Rad-X, bottle cap mine schematics, a stealth boy, and a stim pack. That's lore. That's Herbert Daring Dashwood. Thank you, Mr. Tom Flood. Again, if you'd like to request any lore, you'd like to hear a certain piece of lore from the Fallout series, make sure you're in the Discord. Make sure that you are in there on a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, and you can answer the question. And like I said, first person to get it right picks lore for the week.